Hey everyone! Oh my gosh, it is my 100th video. I am so excited. Like, I've never really stuck with anything this long, and I'm kind of shocked that I've stuck with this long, but it is so fun to do. I love doing it. And for all of my subscribers that have been there since day one, or maybe not from day one, but from pretty much the beginning, thank you so much for your continued support. And to all my new subscribers, hello and welcome, and thank you so much for your support. It's unbelievable how many nice things people have had to say, and I'm just so excited that people are continuing to support everything that I'm doing. I mean, I'm not going to get choked up about it, but it feels so good. It's awesome. Like, it's really great. Sorry, that was my little happy quirk thing. But anyway, this video also happens to fall on part 2 of my series, The Oil Diaries. And today I'm going to talk about foundations. And I decided to do this one in a video by itself because I think foundation is a very, very important part of applying your makeup. It is the groundwork for your makeup. It can mean the difference between your face looking perfect or cakey, or it looking splotchy or flaky or greasy and everything like that. So I mean, foundation is a very, very important thing. It's important for artists to have a good foundation for their art. So anyway, I kind of look at makeup as art. Yes, it's a beauty related thing, but it's also a very artistic thing, and I think there is a certain craft and good quality you have to be able to do really like exquisite things on your face and everything. And I'm not saying that I am a master makeup artist, because I am by no means a master makeup artist. Like, I could not do special effects makeup to save my life. I can do a little bit of things on different people, but if like someone asked me to do some winged liner on them, I'd probably like want to crawl into a hole and die. But anyway, I'm straying so far from the subject. This video is gonna be kind of relatively long. I hope it's not gonna be too terribly long, so I'm gonna shut up rambling now and get started. So anyway, I've got 3 foundations that I'm gonna kind of touch base with, and it kind of goes along the same lines that my last video went on. So if you haven't seen the Prep and Prime video, be sure to go watch that, because I think everything that I'm going to be talking about in this video and in the last video is really, really important as far as helping control oil, which is the whole purpose of these videos. So anyway, I've got a light coverage, well, not exactly light, but I've got a light oil days, a medium oil days, and a heavy oil days foundation. And I've got just some kind of tips and tricks of things that I've used and I like to kind of help you if you're looking for a foundation. So anyway, basically when I am researching to get a new foundation, which it's kind of been a little more frequent here in the past year because I don't know why, but the Makeup Forever foundation and my Estee Lauder foundation, I used them the longest and I was completely content with them. But I'm kind of one of those people where if I find something great, yeah, that's awesome, holy grail, but I still want to find the next best thing. So I keep trying different things, and I've come across some products that I really, really enjoy, but they still, you know, nothing can compare to my holy grail products. So anyway, the first one I want to talk about is the NARS Sheer Matte. And if you haven't seen my review on this, I'm going to link that down below so you can go watch that. But basically, when I started researching about this foundation, I was not impressed. So that's one thing. If you see a lot of negative reviews on certain things, you know, that does make a difference, but sometimes it doesn't. So do your research, but at the same time, just kind of go with what you feel is right, I guess. I'm so glad that I went ahead and chose this because I absolutely love this foundation. This has been one of my most favorite foundations that I've used. Anyway, this foundation I would say is for kind of the not so hot days when I'm not producing quite as much oil, because this foundation lasts me probably a good 6 to 8 hours, maybe 9 if I'm pushing it. So it lasts a pretty good amount of time for someone that has such oily skin, but it by no means is gonna last 10 hours. So, but I didn't really expect that out of this. Basically, this foundation is really good. I would say it's a pretty good medium coverage foundation. It's kind of on the lighter side of the medium coverage, but it's completely buildable, so it is going to cover your splotchiness, your uneven skin tone, but it may not cover all the redness from acne, or if you have really severe redness, it may not cover that. So just one thing to kind of look for. And also the Sheer Glow comes in the same kind of bottle. The only difference is the Sheer Matte has the frosted glass bottle, so be sure to look for that and not make the mistake of, if you're going to get the Sheer Matte, to get the Sheer Glow. So I really love that foundation. The second foundation, which is my more medium days, is my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. And I have this in number 25. Forgot to mention, I have the NARS one in number 2, or light 2, and it is Mont Blanc. This one is number 25. This is one of the lighter ones with the pink undertone, because I have fair skin and I'm pink undertoned. So anyway, wow, really? Sorry, cell phone's like going berserko mode over here. Anyway, this is a really good medium coverage foundation, I would say. This lasts me probably about 8 to 10 hours, I would say. So I really love this foundation. Sometimes I don't even feel that it's necessary to really powder my face. I do anyway, but for some people that don't have quite as oily skin as I do, you may not even need to use a powder to set this, because it just dries to the most lovely powdery finish, but it still looks natural. So I absolutely love that foundation too. The next foundation, and my holy grail foundation that I've used forever, and it looks really nasty right now because I've had it for a long time. I'm not still using this, but I wanted to keep it for this video, is my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. I guess it doesn't look that bad, but it did before I kind of got it all shaken up. It was like separating and everything, so no, I'm fixing to throw this away, I promise. Anyway, this foundation I can absolutely depend on when I'm, you know, fixing to face 110, 112 degree weather or higher. Hopefully it won't get that hot this year, but who knows. Really high humidity. I live in the South. We have terrible humidity down here, especially in southern Arkansas. It absolutely sucks. But so during the summer, my skin is my enemy because my makeup is constantly melting off, unless I'm using this. I would say this makeup lasts me a good 12 to maybe 15 hours, I would dare say. I absolutely depend on this foundation 100%. They also have an Estee Lauder Double Wear Light foundation, which comes in a tube like this. This is the Matte Perfecting Primer that I talked about in the last video. But the Double Wear Light comes in a tube just like this. And I had it, but it was too dark for me, so I lent it to my mom, and she's using it now. Don't know if she likes it or not. She probably doesn't though. But anyway, These are really good foundations. The Estee Lauder ones, I don't feel like they get enough hype. I don't feel Estee Lauder's products get enough hype anyway, because I've never really had a bad product from them, and I've got a pretty good array of products. I'm fixing to go get one of their gel liners and one of their pencil liners, and I swear if they work like I hope they're going to, Estee Lauder will be like my holy grail makeup brand in general. So anyway, I will be sure to keep you informed about that. But anyway, Estee Lauder Double Wear is probably, in my opinion, one of the heaviest, thickest foundations you will find in the liquid line of foundations. I'm not saying that this is the heaviest coverage, but I can just about guarantee you it is one of them. This crap will cover anything. I can have terrible, terrible acne. It will cover it. I promise you it will cover it. It is crazy. I also really like their concealer, but the concealer is a little too dark for me right now, so I'm unable to wear it, and it kind of sucks. But anyway, so few tips and tricks of finding your perfect foundation if you have oily skin. One thing to really focus on is finding your perfect color. I think in my NARS video I talked about finding your perfect color, so I recommend to get color matched by a professional first, which is, you know, any of the ladies at the makeup counter. I also recommend to get a sample of the foundation that you are interested in. Maybe even get a few colors, because believe me, foundations can do a lot of weird things to you. Some foundations can oxidize on you, some don't. I've actually never had a foundation oxidize on me. I'm not really sure why, but I'm really thankful that I've never had that problem. You also need to look at the color in several different lightings. Make sure that in the sun it matches you and you're not going to have this crazy line like wherever you blend your foundation down to. Make sure you don't have a crazy line going on. Make sure that it doesn't make you look too flat, because matte foundations can tend to do that to you. Also, if you notice, I've kind of got a pattern with my foundations of what I use. So we've got a matte foundation, another matte foundation, and another matte foundation. And it may not say it, but this is a matte foundation. This is the Chanel Perfection Lumiere. This is a matte foundation. There's another pattern with my foundations. Long wear. Long wear. And even though they don't say it, these are long wear as well. So once you kind of get a little pattern of what you like, it's a little easier to find your foundations. So things that I mainly look for in my foundations, as you can tell, is the right color, long wearing, mattifying, and full coverage. I like really nice full coverage heavy foundations. I'm used to them. One thing I will say, if you do use a matte foundation, you're going to have to apply it very quickly. Also, my foundations, I have different application techniques for them. Estee Lauder Double Wear, this is the application technique I use with a stippling brush. It looks absolutely amazing. NARS Sheer Matte Beauty Blender. These two look great together. Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus buffing brush. That's my favorite technique to applying matte. Chanel Perfection Lumiere foundation brush or beauty blender. They both look really well. So when you do get your foundation, that just kind of goes to show you, you're going to have to kind of experiment with it, work with it, see what technique you like best and which one you don't like, because I can't use my double wear with a foundation brush. It looks way too streaky. I've tried. It looks like crap. My sheer matte, I can't use a stippling brush with, because something about this foundation, the buffing brush just soaks up all the liquid and it just looks streaky and nasty. But other than that, that's kind of all. I guess I covered everything. I hope I did anyway. If I didn't, I will be sure to let you guys know. So if you have any questions about anything I've talked about, or if you want to ask me about a foundation, I don't have reviews up for the Double Wear or the Matte Velvet Plus. So if you have any questions about those, feel free to ask. I love answering makeup questions. I love reading you guys' comments, and I try to reply to every single one. And if I don't reply to it right away, I promise you I will get to it sometime in the future. So again, thank you so much for joining me for my 100th video. I will be having a tutorial up for this look. I think it's really pretty. So anyway, I think that's about it. So thanks again for your continued support. I love you guys. You're the reason I keep coming back and doing this. It's amazing that I actually get to voice something that I absolutely love doing to you guys, and you've just been so nice and supportive. It's just awesome having such a strong group of supporters. So anyway, I will quit rambling now, and I will see you guys in part 3 of this series. The tutorial for this may or may not come up before or after this. I'm not really sure yet. So anyway, thanks again. Bye.